Lymphoedema is a chronic condition. We currently have about 25,000 patients on our caseload in the whole of Wales. The symptoms that you have are swelling, can occur anywhere in the body, but 80% of the patients that we see currently on the caseload have lower limb swelling. The consequences of the swelling can be cellulitis, which is a skin infection. Wounds can develop if it's not managed, and of course you can't get your shoes on and you could fall. But it has a massive impact on patients' quality of life and psychological impact. The title of our project is the On the Ground Clinical Lymphoedema Education Programme. The programme came from a pilot project. That was back in 2015 in a health board in Wales, and we had a little bit of health technology funding, and we wanted to go out and take education directly to community nurses. We'd created education programmes, but they weren't able to attend. We felt quite strongly that patients were being referred to us quite late on in their journey. They might have had lots of episodes of cellulitis, they'd developed wounds, they'd become housebound, they'd had falls. So we wanted to make sure that the knowledge and the awareness of lymphoedema and how to manage it was out in the community. We put it that we wanted to aim to train 500, but we've gone above 2,000 now. And the On the Ground Clinical Education Programme did actually improve the patient's journey. By collecting the PROMs, the patient reported outcome measures, we were able to measure that and demonstrate it quite quickly. So we had the patient's impact, their voice, and that is key. If you can demonstrate the value of the patient and how you've improved things for them, then actually you're demonstrating the worth of whatever programme or initiative that you're pushing forward. So that's really, really important. So we collected those consistently right from the beginning, so we could see the impact and the improvement quite soon. One of the outputs from the OGEP programme, what we won the NHS Wales Award for, was a wet leg pathway. So this is to promote prompt compression application, which includes all the evidence, all the research that a nurse would need to ensure that she makes the right decision, an evidence-based decision. This wet leg pathway has been adapted and used throughout the UK, not just Wales. So we actually know that it's been embedded into pathways in community services in England and also in Scotland. It's been put into a chapter in German in a book. So it's an international impact. So we know that we're reaching and improving the pathways for patients internationally. I think we should all look at changes. We should all look at improving what we're doing. Nothing should stay the same. The NHS has moved forward and we're in a different place now than we were 10, 15 years ago. So I think if you see something that you think can be changed, collect the baseline. That's probably the most important thing that I never was taught as a nurse. You know, what are you trying to improve? Collect what the problem is first, get the baseline, and then make sure and take advice on the data that you're going to collect as part of that project. So remember to look at the financial impact. The patient impact is so important. Collecting the patient outcomes is so important, because why are we doing what we're doing? We're doing it to improve the patient's journey. I think it's important though that it can't just be a one-off project. With staff moving, staff changing, community nurses need that consistent investment and education. So it's giving something back to those nurses and making them more proactive and allowing them to deal with those chronic edema, lymphoedema legs, and reducing the risk of wounds, managing the wounds, reducing the risk of cellulitis, falls, all those things that those patients end up coming in through secondary care. So investment is key. And I think it's the proactive approach rather than the reactive. NHS Wales, we need to think about what we can do to reduce those complications and then reduce the spend associated with them. My motivation is I am a nurse, I'm a proud nurse. I believe in investment in staff and people, and we're all here to do a good job, but if we don't know, we don't know. By working with those nurses, we increase their confidence and their competence, and then they're able to identify and manage those patients much more effectively.